Hello, I'm your writer Ruskin Bond, and I've been asked to read my very first poem, or let's say my very first published poems, because I'd written a few before that and which weren't published. And so just after I finished school, I was bombarding magazines and newspapers with my stories and essays and poems. And then my mother sent me off to England. And in fact, shortly after I got there, this was November 1952, no, 51, November 1951. Now, I wrote this poem, it's called Lost, and it was published in 1952 in the Illustrated Weekly of India. So it was my first published poem. Yeah? It was called Lost, and I don't have anymore the copy of the Illustrated Weekly of India, though if you're very good investigative journalists, you might be able to look it up in the archives. Mr. Vikas Singh, who is very good at doing that, I believe he has actually looked it up. But I've got it here in my collection, The Best of Ruskin Bond, and here it is. I'll read it out to you. Lost. Yeah. I boarded the big ship bound for the west, the clean white liner. In the noonday heat, coolies thronged the sun-drenched pier, but I saw only the village I had left and a boat at rest on the river's shallow water in the shade of the flowering long red-fingered poinsettia. I saw not the big waves, but the ripple of running water in the reeds. We came to London, lost in November mist, in an ash-grey dawn at Tilbury Dock. I longed for the warmth of a kiss of sunshine. In the busy streets were cavalcades of people hurrying in a heat of hope, but I saw only the wheat field, the tea slope, a cow at rest, and longed for the soft, shoeless tread of a village boy. And at the bottom I said this was my first poem published in the Illustrated Weekly of India in 1952. Well, since then I've written a lot of poems and stories, but it wasn't too bad, was it?